Great.
Awesome. All right, I guess I'll start. So I've read the comics for iZombie. I know you said in other interviews that you don't want to add other supernatural characters. Why is that you want to concentrate on zombies and not the other ones?
There are a couple reasons for that. I mean, there were already, like, True Blood was doing the multiple monster universe, and that's part of it. Also, what's that show, Being Human, that has the werewolf and ghost, werewolf and vampire and ghost? Anyway, so other shows were already doing that. And then I will also admit that part of it is my own weird zombie bias. I am a fan of fake science more than supernatural. So I like zombies that were created by viruses, that you can sort of, that there's at least a phony science that's explaining it, rather than sort of the curse of the mummy up from the ground supernatural thing. And I almost don't know how to handle the supernatural, because I feel like, and then someone casts a magic spell and everything is fixed. Or I'm just, and I like plenty of supernatural stuff. Just as a writer, I feel less comfortable in that supernatural world.
Yeah. On that note, I heard a lot of fan questions on Twitter this week. They wanted me to ask you if there will be any ghosts in the next season.
No ghosts. No ghosts.
I want to ask you one Veronica Mars question.
Sure.
I read the books.
Yeah.
Are we getting any more books or any more Veronica Mars movies?
They asked me to do a third book, which I said I can't do now. So last season, trying to do the book while doing season 1 of iZombie almost killed me, and I can't do that again. So if you want more more Veronica Mars books, you have to hope for the demise of iZombie, because trying to do both those things at the same time.
But here's an obvious question: yes. Any chance of getting anyone from Veronica Mars on guest starring on iZombie?
That we're going to do. We're definitely we've got plans for that already. So you fans of the cast of Veronica Mars will almost certainly see some of their favorites in iZombie.
And will that be kind of meta?
It'll be very meta. In fact, I think in episode 1, one of the characters makes a Veronica Mars jokes. It is super meta at that point, yeah.
You were saying last year how until time was.
Yeah.
Now that you've done the first season, like, how has she kind of embraced it? How much do you attribute the success to?
Oh, she's fantastic. And they're the thing that we've learned about, I think that's been one of the things that we learned in season 1, is that the more she eats the brains of pure archetypes, the easier it is for Rose to play it and for that humor to translate. There's some things like, play somebody with what's the thing I'm thinking of? Antisocial personality disorder, which is marked by not being emotionally engaged. That's a very hard thing to play. Like in trying to figure out, is this Rose? Is this Liv's brain, or is this or the dead person's brain? It becomes very hard, as opposed to you're on cheerleader brain. And that contrast is, first of all, easy for the audience to understand, and it gives her something more concrete to play. She's been knocking it out of the park. I think we've gotten smarter about finding the right brain of the week to eat that will give us the most fun. So that's been an evolution. And she's great. She says that each week getting that script, she picks it up terrified of, okay, what do I have to learn to do this week?
And after doing Veronica Mars, what's it like to actually move into a new realm like this and start sinking your teeth into something new and fresh?
This first season of iZombie is the happiest first season of a show I've ever done. It's been this remarkable thing that rarely happens. Usually on the first season of a show, the network and the studio and the creators of the show are all trying to get on the same page, and you end up butting heads a lot. You want something that they don't want creatively. And this season has been a dream. Everyone kind of saw the show the same. They've been lovely to us. It's a season where all we have to focus on is doing the show we want to do. Certainly, they give us notes, but we're so close in what we're trying to do that it's been a lovely ride. And the cast, they're great. They are all buddies up in Vancouver. It makes things easy. It's just the smoothest ride I've ever had.
It's weird because it feels like a perfectly formed first season, and it's kind of like how I felt about The Flash, where your season feels so perfectly formed and perfectly produced that where do you go in a season 2, and how do you? Because season 2s are always about topping the first season because the first season is so rough.
Yeah.
But this is so perfectly formed. How do you go about approaching season 2?
Well, to back up a hair, just like I'm a big believer in season finales that feel like finales, that where we build the season. When we hired Robert Buckley, I pitched him that finale. Like I said, this is in that final episode. It's gonna be like Taxi Driver. You're gonna be going in there with shotguns taking out zombies. So we really have a plan in mind, but because we do that, every season becomes a pretty big reset, and you hope you have something that will excite fans. I think we do. We pretty much told the audience what the big season 2, or what one of the big season 2 storylines. At the end of the finale, or somewhere in the middle of the finale, the Steven Weber character, the head of Max Rager, says, "We're going to take out all the zombies." And that's going to be a big part of season 2, and it's going to force Liv and Blaine to be very strange bedfellows because they don't want to see all the zombies taken out.
Do you think it cheats things to leave one cliffhanger?
To leave one as a fan of television, and I love television, I'm a fan of so many shows, I don't think that a finale has to answer every question and resolve every storyline. But I feel like that season finale should give us a bunch. You should come out of it with a sense of satisfaction. All of them except Veronica Mars season 3, where I wanted people to be unsatisfied. I still feel like if we hadn't done that, that there never would have been a movie. If I had tied that all up in a nice little bow, people would have been maybe sad to see it go, but I don't think there would have been any urgency to see more adventures of Veronica Mars. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.